Hello everybody, Flik here. Welcome to Let's Chat, my weekly vlog series posted every Monday at lunchtime if you're in the UK, and I am in desperate need of both a haircut and a shave, so I'm sure Dragonakis will enjoy that. Anyway, I have nothing in particular to talk about, so we'll just be going through the comments mainly, although I will just say I've finished Arkham Knight. I thoroughly enjoyed it, despite playing the PC version, which does have some frame rate issues, which PC gamers are blowing out of proportion massively, to the result that it's actually been removed currently from the Steam store while they work on a patch to make the performance better, which is fine. Although I think the only people who can really feel screwed over in this situation are those who believed a video Nvidia did where they showed the game on PC running at 60 frames per second and also showing off options which don't actually exist in the graphical options of the game. So if you're in that camp, you absolutely have a reason to be pissed off because you were lied to. Everyone else, it's just variable frame rate, get over it, it doesn't matter that it's not 60 frames, and I'm sure they'll fix it anyway to make you stop crying. But it's a thoroughly good game. I think I actually enjoy it better than Arkham City, even though Arkham City was amazing. I think it's more consistently interesting, let's say. I mean, the finale of Arkham City is amazing, but yeah, I think overall, even if the main twist of the game, who the Arkham Knight is fairly obvious, there was a lot of other stuff that genuinely surprised me that I didn't see coming. There's also a surprising number of jump scares in the game, which is really weird. I would just say if you are playing it, be very cautious anytime you're forced into first person, let's put it that way. But yeah, there's a lot of jump scares in the game, so now I know how everyone who gets like surprised by Batman feels, I suppose. But anyway, what else have I been playing? Well, a new series is starting. You will be seeing that later tonight, in fact. So I hope you choose to support it. It's not Monster Hunter related, it's not a roguelike, it's something fresh and new. You'll basically, pardon me, you already know what it is if you follow me on Twitter. It's going to be played blind, which is always a bit of a risk. Let me know what you think about it when it goes live later tonight. I just finished recording the second part of it actually just before recording this, which may not see the light of day depending on whether or not people actually want to see more. I think the first part was funnier, but the second part has more progress, let's put it that way. So anyway, I don't think I have any other game to talk about, although I do have one more thing to complain about just that I was looking. Also, there's a little bit of hair sticking out by my ear and it drives me mad. I'm getting a haircut in a few days from now. In fact, by the time you hear this, it'll be tomorrow, yeah. I got an email about Disgaea 5, it's out in October for the US and UK, or Europe. And the US version has a big special edition, and I usually like getting the big special editions of Disgaea games. And I wanted to, but they recently changed it so that Europeans can't buy from the American-ness store because they want to be able to charge us more. So that put me off initially, but I decided to still go look to see how much more they were trying to charge us for the special edition of Disgaea 5, and the European store just doesn't have it at all. So it's pissed me off to the point where I don't really want to buy the game at all now, that I can't get my hands on any kind of fancy-ass edition, because I always do for Disgaea games. They're stupid. I wanted to give them my money and they have denied me, so screw them, I guess. The first comments are from Dragonakis, who said, I don't know why anyone would need to shave. The second one is, Reseteer is pretty fun, I liked it. That's the game where you both run an item shop but you also kill monsters to get the stuff that you sell in the item shop. It's a possibility, I did consider it for kind of filling the summer lull, but I'm giving this other game a try first. And then you also said, I'd very much like a South Park series from me. I did it once for a Patreon video for the Stick of Truth. Pardon me. I didn't even eat lunch before this, I'm recording this before lunch. It's one of those games where I would be listening more so than talking. Also, well, it's by Ubisoft and they're totally fine with YouTube. But the Stick of Truth had a lot of stuff that you can't show on YouTube, like a battle where in the background your character's parents are having sex and at one point you have to do a quick time event to avoid your father's balls slapping you in the face. There's a lot of nudity in the game and stuff that you can't show on YouTube, so it would involve a lot of editing and cutting to the point where, especially the finale of the game, you wouldn't really be able to know what's going on because you have to censor all the nudity. So, assuming that the fractured butthole is the same, that would be a problem. But in general, Ubisoft is entirely fine with YouTube, which is nice. So I'll do some coverage ideally, but we'll see. It depends, I mean that could be like 2 years out, who knows how far along production they are currently. Dracovian, who has a new fantastic avatar, might I add. Apparently Dark Souls 3 was already a year in development before Dark Souls 2 started. Hang on, so Dark Souls 1 comes out. The team that made Dark Souls 1 makes Bloodborne. But Dark Souls 3 started a year before Dark Souls 2. But that was when Bloodborne was being made. That doesn't make sense, unless Miyazaki split his so-called A-team and had half doing Dark Souls 3 concept stuff and everyone else focusing on Bloodborne. No, that isn't working out. And it wouldn't have been the B team, because the B team are making Dark Souls 2. So is there 3 teams? I don't know. Also, work on the Bloodborne expansion has started. They posted a little Twitter picture of them all getting together to talk about it, but that leads me to believe it is actually like, it's not stuff they held back, they're just like at the concept stage, so it's probably a ways out. G. Andrews is the next comment. He says, there is the PlayStation Now service. This lets players subscribe for a fee, in brackets damn it, and stream PS3 and PSN games. Okay. To me, The Division is what Destiny wants to be when it grows up. You mean good? For me, I agree with you, Horizon and For Honor are the 2 games to watch for. Well, they were my list of like new IPs that are very interesting. I am cautiously optimistic for Worlds of Final Fantasy. That's the kind of chibi graphics ones. Or chibi, I guess you would pronounce it. This seems like it could be a good old-fashioned JRPG, even if it is geared towards kids. It will help my older 2 get into the series, and that would make me a happy dad. Well, that's perfectly fine using it to... Pardon me again, why do I always burp during these things? It's awful. Getting your kids into the Final Fantasy games. Kuno K says Dark Souls 3 hype. That's it, nothing else, just Dark Souls 3 hype. Red says, I've been wondering, but why do you sometimes call Xbox Xbone? This goes all the way back to the E3 where Xbone and PS4 were revealed, and it was the same conference where Microsoft said nothing but TV for an hour. And as a result, everybody basically said, okay, well, we're getting PS4 then, because you screwed up so badly. And it was seen as a failure. And Xbox One was shorthanded to Xbone. Much to Microsoft's disappointment, might I add, to the point where leaked PR documents had them saying you must never acknowledge Xbone, this must not become a thing. So I'm still making it a thing, like many other people, because they don't want it to be. So that is why. That's the story behind it. Roller42 says, yo, couple questions. Alright, well, let's handle them in turn. 1. Do you plan to do special things later in this summer? If you mean go on holiday, no. I don't really go on holidays. I usually house sit for my mother while she goes on holiday. That's about it. In terms of series, yes, I've started filming a new series that you'll see later tonight to cover summer, because there's bugger all else out. But other than that, anything special? Nope, not really. I went tons of holidays when I was a kid. Very rarely abroad, like to France mostly, and once Spain. It isn't for me, and then I went to like loads of caravan parks when I was a kid as well, and got sick of them, before I was even an adult. So, holidays aren't for me, more or less. Second question, do you have a DeviantArt account? No, I do not. I don't know what that is, it sounds rude. So next we have a comment I didn't fully understand at the time, and I asked for more information and didn't get it, so I'm going to skip that. Reaper is next. He says, some E3 games seemed nice. Hyped for Fallout 4 because I like most of those anyway, even if they are sort of bad. They're not bad. 3 and New Vegas are good. Can't speak for the first 2 because I never played them, or Fallout Tactics, which is one of the side ones. I actually commented, it's been a while due to me being on vacation, went to see Jurassic World but did pick up Portable Third and I'm enjoying it pretty well. Will you ever use a gunbow in Monster Hunter? No. I don't. I tried, I don't like them. Also, what did you think of Jurassic World? Did it suck? Because I've obviously heard that it's done massive box office and BS like that, but from what I hear it's not a very good film. So I'm just curious. I don't think the first Jurassic Park will ever be topped because it was monumental at the time. So the final comment, we'll actually go through this really quickly. The final comment is another one from Red saying, Flik, I was looking to see if any of your vids posted when I suddenly thought about your top 5 best and worst games of the year, I assume from Christmas just gone, and had an idea that you could do a poll to see what your viewers consider the best and worst and why. You would need to give me more information to what you mean. Do you mean on like Twitter, like, you know, straw poll, that kind of thing? Oh, and then what? Do you mean do a video of viewer opinions? That's an idea. If you don't mean that, or if you mean something else, or if you do mean that, comment again and let me know, because I'm not quite sure what you mean here. But that is it. There wasn't actually that many comments. Feel free to leave anything you want me to blather about in the comment section of this one, and I will. Next time I might have something to show off. I'm just trying to think, do I have anything I could show off now? I didn't look out an old game, even though it's been a long time since I've done that. Spoke about Arkham Knight, spoke about the new series that's starting later tonight, so look out for that. And, oh, what I will say very quickly, I've been playing through Sherlock Holmes Crime and Punishment, which was in the Steam Summer Sale. It's very good. A couple of bad puzzles that don't make logical sense. There's also a couple of plot holes that I've noticed, but by and large it's a very fun game. And what's really nice is after you've reached your conclusion, you can check and see if you've picked the right one, and then also choose another one to see how it plays out if you want, just for fun. So I like it. It's got a lot of fun stuff going on with it. But anyway, yeah, I think that's do it. Oh, it's only been going for 11 minutes. That's very, very short. I did not expect to get through the videos, the comments that quickly. I guess we'll keep it short for once. I'm actually planning on doing a crap ton of recording today, so if you're sick of Monster Hunter, there is a new series coming. I'm throwing up Arkham Knight videos occasionally of me just doing some challenge map stuffs, but not stuffs. There won't be that many because there isn't actually that many challenges in the game, which is a shame. Might cover the DLC when it's out, because I did actually get a really good deal on the game plus season pass, so I have it. But that'll do. It's probably the shortest vlog I've done in quite some time, but I'm very self-conscious about the fact that I need a haircut and a shave, so let's just leave it there. Thank you very much for listening. Watch out for that series later tonight. That's a bin lorry outside, I think. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. Ta-ta for now.